Are you feeling like crap? Well, if yes, I can advise you to read an old pulp detective because it is Private Eye July. But this is Obscure Book Adventures. And I am your host, Annie. And there are 2 prompts for Private Eye July, a reading event that's all about the private investigator and the gumshoe, as he is also called. Well, most of the time it is he in stories. More modern stories have also sometimes a female PI, but I am going to talk about a 1930s pulp detective, PI detective story, because the first prompt for this PI, for Private Eye July, is read a private investigator story that is written between 1920 and 1970. And I can highly recommend you read the Cas Blue PI detective stories from the 1930s. I read the first story in this bundle of, I think it's about 4 or 5 stories. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 stories. And I read the first one, The Bloodstone. And in this story, David Kyle is really paranoid, and he goes to seek the assistance of private investigator Cas Blue. And he says, well, I can't go into detail, but you have to find this fellow for me because he is going to kill me. And you don't need to do all the details, or you don't need to know all the details and such thing. So Cas Blue says, well, not my thing. But later, I think it was an insurance agency or something, comes with a letter from David Kyle, and in this letter it's stated that in case of the disappearance of David Kyle, please contact Cas Blue, and there is an enclosed sealed envelope accompanied by this with this letter, and he has to give this letter to his daughter. So Cas Blue says, well, am I going to get paid? As I am a private investigator. Well, of course, he gets, I don't quite remember, but he gets some sort of a reasonable amount up front, which is nice to have anyway. But he also gets $5,000 if he is catching David Kyle's killer, assuming that his disappearance means that he is being killed. So he goes off to this real old mansion, and he meets the Kyle family. Well, it's a short story it's only 66 or what pages, so I won't go into detail about it. But this story is I found it so entertaining. It is really there obviously are cliche stuff. There's cliche stuff in it. So there's this old mansion, and of course there's a thick fog, and they can't see shit, as they say in good English. And well, there are fights, and Gas Blue gets wounded, of course, and he has to fight this guy in a mysterious black cloak, and he doesn't know. At first, he doesn't know who this man is, and of course, people are getting killed, and this is really, it's fast-paced. Most of the story is dialogue, so it is really enjoyable to read. You keep turning those pages to see what's happened. Is it brilliant? Of course not. It's not brilliant, but it is lighthearted. Well, lighthearted. It is a fun detective. This story was published. A lot of these stories, I think all of the short stories that are in this novel that were published in Dime Detective magazine, which was a popular magazine back in the 1930s, and the Bloodstone was the first Gas Blue detective, and that was published in 1932, and it was written by John Lawrence. Now, I haven't been able to find anything about John Lawrence, and I was hoping to learn something about John Lawrence in the introduction by Ed Hulse, but regrettably I was a bit disappointed because he only talks about Dime Detective magazine, which is also very interesting. I can't deny that, but I would have liked to have known more about John Lawrence as a writer. So it is really a fast pace. It is a fun read. If you want to be just entertained, please pick this up, read this, because I found it highly entertaining. And when you feel crap, it will definitely cheer you up. It cheers me up when I feel like crap anyway. So yeah, I will definitely be reading the other stories, but for now I'm gonna leave it as I have fulfilled my obligation to read one story that was written between 1920 and 1970. So I will go and read something that was written in between 1970 and now. And if I have time left over, then I will definitely go back to this one. Maybe I'll even transfer it to August, as it is Garb August, and it is a pulp story. So I really I can't shut up about it. Read this. This is absolutely a fun pulp detective story. So yeah, thanks for watching.